Well, hello, you bright shining stars, wherever you are on this planet Earth. And this is Eva, and I am up for picking some cards from my beautiful Archangel Power Tarot cards reading. And I have already picked some cards, and I took two this time. And the first card that I have chosen is two of Michael. And the impressive thing is that two of Michael has been present for, is it the past three readings here? And it is a lot of symbolic in this. Two of Michael, just look at this card. You have this beautiful dawn, this gold, yellow, red, orange colors, all connected to the power of life. You have this unicorn, you have the color white, you have the blue Michael emblem on top of the back of the horses, and one of the horses are in the ocean and the other one is up on earth. And for me, this card is a lot about balancing the emotional aspect of yourself with and ground it, so to speak, not balance, but ground it. And therefore you are creating balance, of course, but to ground the emotions, because sometimes we have these things about stirring up our emotions. And if you can see, you have this ocean placed behind the horses there, and it's a pretty calm ocean. And you have the light shining from a far distance, which also means that somehow you have this perspective and your emotions under control. And sometimes you dive in and stir your emotions up, and you need to step back a bit and ground yourself and look on the emotions that you are stirring up from another perspective. So this card is saying that it will all be better if you just make a decision. Overanalyzing a problem, find and compromise. So that is a fine description of what I tried to say here when I look at the colors. It's time to make a decision, and it doesn't have to be that you are, how should I say it? You don't have to do your choice tomorrow or today, but you need to set the intention of where you want to go with your mind, with your energy, with your dreams and your passion, because we need to get them grounded. Okay, so that could be or a backwards, set the attention and ground them within your heart, because a lot of people take this heart space as a emotional, and it is emotional based, but the intention is placed by the mind, and you need to ground them within your heart. And that is the emotions, and it is also the earthly grounding. So just make a decision on where you want to go. It might take some time for you to reach there, but when you have set the goal where you want to go with your life, then it's so much easier for universe to start to help you walk that path towards your goal. Okay, so make a decision. You are probably struggling with something, and it's time to make a choice. Where do you want to go with that? And don't over analyzing a problem, because that is something that we humans usually do. A small thing is getting dwelled within the mind, and suddenly it has its own life. Because when we are putting too much energy into our thoughts, we are starting to create a new reality. So we set the intention that I want to go there. I want to have this in my future. I want to do certain things. I want to have a career or another job within a specific genre, as a medium, healer, I don't know, whatever you want to do. But then we start to overanalyze something, that I can't do that because of, or somebody else said, or I don't feel that I'm good enough, or whatever it is. And suddenly you are putting all the energy back from the intention that you have set for yourself. And what is happening there is that you are withdrawing your passion, your goal, the intention that you have set to move forward into the other possibilities of over-analyzing things that are not in your favor. So place the energy with your mind and with your heart on the goal that you want to achieve. That is a huge reminder. So it also says that you are making great progress. If you are experiencing a pause in action, then it's time to reassert yourself and get things moving again. Be bold and ambitious. You may have a choice to make. Don't let indecision keep you from going forward. The right choice won't come from your mind, so follow your heart. Important relationships are possible right now. Partner with people who share your outlook and passion. So what it's saying is that you need to move forward, be bold and ambitious, set your goals, and don't let those doubts or indecisions hold you back, because that is where you are placing the energy instead of follow your dreams. And the right choices won't come from your mind, so follow your heart. And that is also true, because when you are dropping into your heart, you will feel within yourself what is right. So even though you are setting your intention within your mind, then you also need to anchor it in your heart space, and from there just follow your dream. Don't let your mind get shuttered and like all these monkeys just talking about what you can't do, or what's laying in front of you that you have to clear first to get there. Get rid of that. Just follow your intention, set your goal, set your intention, and move forward. Everything will come to place as you're moving forward. That was the first card. So the next card that came up was 10 of Michael. So you see, Archangel Michael is very present, and it's no surprise, because we do know that we are in the midst of ascension time, which means that a lot of things happening with our energies, and we are feeling a lot within ourselves, and the doubts and overthinking is a part of those feelings. We are now confronting everything that is holding us back, and we need to drop that, because they're holding us back from moving forward. And 10 of Michael that has popped up right now says that a situation has ended and you are finally free. New opportunities for happiness will now follow. Put the past behind you. And look at that card. Ain't that a beautiful card? And what's the beauty of this when we are in the middle of the ascension is that, look at the behind her, not her behind, but behind her, you have this reality of a landscape, the earth. And it's a bit clouded. You can't see it clear, but you do know that it's there. And you see that in the front of the car, from the perspective that we are looking, everything looks so bright. You have this beautiful settings of light that are shining on her. She's taking a bow and getting the the applause and the appreciation from the audience into herself. And she's also saying goodbye and thank you. And she's there in her crystal energy, the sparkling energy of the rainbow color, the crystalline colors that are just exploding from her. And those lights, to me, they're also in the shape of the seashell. But there are 8 in number. And 8 is also, when you put it on the other way, it is a infinite symbol. And there is this old versus the new. There's no beginning, there is no end, but it's overlapping. So this is a very symbolic card. There's a lot of loving energy within it, but it's also saying that you should take a bow from what's in the past and move forward. So the description of the card is that it's finally over. A situation has ended and you're finally free. You probably saw this time coming and have been welcoming it. The new opportunities for happiness will now follow. It's possible that you'll have a sense of sadness, but this card more often brings with it a great sense of relief. If you've been struggling, the worst is now over. Let go of what you've been holding on to. Have faith that your angels will walk with you into the beauty of a brand new dawn. I do love those cards. It's not just what they are writing upon the cards, but the symbolic, the colors. I do so appreciate this tarot deck because it's such a symbolic and rich symbolics that are empowering the energies that are coming from them. So I do love them. I also took some wisdom cards, and one of those is the greatest reward will come when you don't expect anything. And that is also related to me. It's also related to what we've been talking about earlier today. You are setting your goals and you are moving forward to go there, but don't overanalyze it. Don't start to put a ladder of expectations that you want to go through to get there, because it's only going to mess up the energies, if I'm allowed to say that. But when you're creating at this time, the buildings, when you're thinking it, it's already happening. When you are trying to take control over how it's going to happen, you probably work from the ego perspective. And when we do work from the ego perspective, we usually don't get anywhere. So if you want to, let's go for an example. If you want to have a bigger apartment, you try to start to visualize the penthouse suite on some apartment building, hotel, whatever. You see a vision of where you want to go, and you probably have a picture in your head of a place that some other person already are living in. So if you are starting to dream on how you will get that apartment, it may not be that it's in the other human being's interest of moving from there. So if you're using all the energies and getting into something else to get that flat and overwriting that person's free will and choice and what is in that person's concept of contract of being here, then it won't be as good as you hoped it will be. I'm thinking very carefully now how to say this, but there's a difference on things that we want. I usually say when people are asking what's the difference between white magic and dark magic? Well, it's the intention that you are setting. When you're setting intention that overrides other people, other people's free will, and you don't give a shit about it, it will blow up in your face eventually, even though it might not do that at first, but it will. And that's the bad thing. That's the dark side. And we don't work with that. So when we are setting intention, use that flat that you have in your mind, probably because you have seen a picture of it. Use that as a concept of how you want your future place to look like. But skip the address and skip the to try to build up a path on how to get that thing. Just let it be open, because if it's meant to be, the other side will guide you there, and that will happen. If it's not meant to be, you will be guided to the place that is right for you in another building. So that is a huge thing. So then you have set your attention, you're dropping it down to your heart, and you're feeling this emotion, and you will get that reward of getting something that you are your goal. You will getting your gold, not gold. Now my dog has started to snooze here. You will get to your goal, but don't try to build up an expectation of how you shall receive it. Leave that to the universe. And the next card is also nature is the place for healing. And ain't that a truth? Because in these times, the trees are, at least up here in the northern hemisphere, is shading its leaves. So the leaves are falling off the trees and end up on the ground and will turn into a nourishing energy for nature, and it will bring back new life in the coming year. When the spring is arriving, the leaves will start to grow back again, and that is how we all are working at this moment. We are getting back inside of ourselves. It's getting darker outside now, even though it's not so late yet, but it's getting darker, it's getting colder. And sometimes we also need to, as the cards were saying, let go of what no longer serves you. The trees do not need its leaves anymore, because their life force is drawn back to a contemplation, to rest before it starts to grow again. So that is a symbolic action, and that will also be a symbolic action for us. Let go of what no longer serves you. It doesn't mean that it's the end of everything. On the contrary, it's the new beginning of something new that will be visible in 6 months if we are using the tree as a guideline, but it will be a visible process that you can follow. And go outside anyway. Go outside and soak in the energy. And for those who always are living in a climate that are always good weather and your trees doesn't shade leaves, be grateful for that. But go out, embrace the energy, feel the freshness of earth when she's breathing, the air, the moisture for us here, the moisture when it's raining, and just go out there and soak in the energy, the purification that is actually taking place right now. So that is the card for that. And the final one that I picked was this, and it's so not easy to see what it says, but it says rebirth. So that is the final word. We are letting go of what no longer serves us. We are leaving the old ways the old earth, the old energies, and we are moving into something new. And you should rejoice with that, because the new will be another version of the past. But the past won't work in favor of you in this time, so let go of it. Let go of it and focus on what is going to come. We are now setting an intention and we are making a decision to move forward into a altered state of mind where we are thinking more from our heart chakra than we used to do in the old matrix. So keep that banner. I don't know what you call her, the woman on the card with her crystalline energy, um, with her suit that she had on. That is the vision to keep. There's a bright future laying in front of us, and the old earth is fading away behind. It's a transition, but she is aware of that she has finished her part in this moment, and she is taking a bow saying thank you for me. Thank you for because I have done my part in this now, and I receive the rewards from what I have been doing, and I'm moving forward into something new. Yeah, that's it. So do you have questions on that? Well, if you have to put it in a comment field because this is on Zoom, so I can't see the comments anyway. Have a nice evening. That is what I will have right now, and we will meet each other again when it's time to be creative. And I hope that will be pretty soon. Take care. Bye bye.